My name is Helen Marie Whitaker. I am 75 years old, and until last Easter Sunday, I believed the biggest mistake of my life was the day I signed those adoption papers in 1982. Let me take you back to the beginning, because that's the only way you'll understand how a woman can smile through 51 years of quiet cruelty, and then, in 1 week, turn an entire family's world upside down without ever raising her voice. 1973, St. Luke's Hospital, Denver. I was 23, unmarried, and terrified. The father was a married Air Force lieutenant who promised he would leave his wife and never did. When the baby came, the nuns told me a closed adoption was God's mercy. I never held him. They took him away while I was still bleeding. I signed the papers with a shaking hand and went home to an empty apartment and a heart that never quite healed. 1980. A video starts. Cheery music, photos of me sleeping in the recliner, me looking confused at the grocery store, me burning toast last Thanksgiving. Over it, Rebecca's voice, syrupy sweet. Mom, we love you, but let's be honest, you're not safe alone anymore. You repeat yourself, you forget where you parked, you left the stove on twice last month. I didn't. That was Greg making late-night nachos. The video cuts to a glossy brochure for Sunny Meadows Memory Care, $9,800 a month. The narrator, Rebecca again, lists all the wonderful amenities I'll enjoy when I transition. Then, the final slide, a fake legal document titled Voluntary Relocation Agreement with a big red arrow. I drive home in my 2009 Corolla with a cracked dashboard and the permanent smell of Werther's Originals. The same car, Rebecca says, smells like a nursing home already. That night I sit in the dark living room of the little brick house I bought in 1974 for $34,000. The house Rebecca keeps threatening to put on the market the minute I can't manage anymore. I cry until my ribs hurt, and there's nothing left but dry sobs. Then I go to the hall closet, push aside 40 years of winter coats, and open the fireproof safe I haven't touched in a decade. Inside is one thick cream envelope, postmarked Palo Alto, California, 2015. I know what it says. I've memorized it. Dear Mrs. Helen Marie Whitaker, my name is Ethan James Whitaker. According to Ancestry.com and 23andMe, I am the son you placed for adoption on September 12th. I cried into my chamomile tea and told him I wasn't worth knowing. He said, "You're my mother. That's all I need to know." We've emailed a few times a year since then. Christmas cards, birthday wishes. I never told Rebecca. I don't know why. Maybe some part of me always knew this day would come. I pick up my ancient flip phone. Rebecca makes fun of it constantly and dial the only number besides hers I know by heart. He answers on the second ring. Mom? Just that one word, spoken like it's the most. Mr. Whitaker. Hearing my son called that feels surreal. She leads me past security, past the normal people waiting at gates, out onto the tarmac where a gleaming white Gulfstream G700 sits, engines already spooling up. I stop dead. Sarah, I think there's been a mistake. I don't fly private. She smiles gently. Mr. Whitaker was very clear, only the best for his mother. The stairs lower. A man stands at the top, tall, dark hair now more salt than pepper, wearing jeans and a soft gray sweater. When he sees me, his whole face changes. He comes down the stairs 2 at a time and pulls me into a hug that smells like cedar and expensive soap. I can't speak. That night, he cooks from me. Actual food, not catered. Standing at the stove in rolled up sleeves, telling me about his life. How he started a little software company in a garage. Yes, really. That became a unicorn. How he never married because he was waiting to find someone who loved him the way he imagined I would have. How the only photo he has of me is one the adoption agency gave him, me at 23, holding a teddy bear, looking terrified. I tell him about Rebecca, all of it. The Easter video, the years of slowly being erased, the way my own grandkids now call me Grandma Helen, like I'm a distant relative instead of the woman who rocked them through colic and paid for. That afternoon, we go shopping on Rodale Drive because apparently that's something mothers and billionaire sons do. I buy 3 outfits and feel guilty about every penny until Ethan hands the saleswoman a black card and tells her to keep going. I come home with silk blouses, tailored trousers, shoes that don't come from Kohl's. A pearl gray cashmere coat that makes me look like someone who belongs in this new life. Friday morning, back in Denver, I'm wearing the new coat and shoes that cost more than my first car when I walk into Rebecca's kitchen unannounced. I still have a key. She never asked for it back. She's at the island scrolling her phone. Greg is pouring coffee. The kids are still in pajamas watching iPads. To my daughter, Rebecca, who taught me blood isn't the only thing that makes a family. And sometimes the child you give birth to isn't the one who chooses you back. Love always, your mother, the one who paid for everything. Rebecca's face goes white, then red, then purple. You can't do this. This is our home. Actually, I say calmly, the deed says Helen Marie Whitaker, and I've decided to gift it to my son Ethan for his new West Coast headquarters. He'll need space for staff. I'm going away for a while, sweethearts, but when you're 18, if you want to come visit me in California, just call. I'll send the jet. Rebecca lunges for the phone. This is insane. You can't take our house. I'm not taking anything, I say. I'm simply stopping giving. I walk out while she's still screaming. 2 weeks later, Palo Alto. I'm sitting on the terrace drinking coffee when the doorbell rings. Sarah brings me a tablet. Ma'am, there's a viral video you might want to see. It's Rebecca on TikTok Live, mascara running, holding up my letter, begging strangers to help. Grandma, I'm so sorry. Mom says a lot of stuff that isn't true. I miss you. Can I come visit this summer? I show Ethan. He grins. Private high school in Palo Alto just had an unexpected scholarship open up. Funny how that happened. I smile for the first time in years without forcing it. Last I heard, Rebecca and Greg are moving into a 2-bedroom apartment in Aurora. But Sunny Meadows' brochure is on their kitchen counter, bookmarked to the page that costs $4,200 a month, the one without private bathrooms. Me? I'm learning to swim in the heated infinity pool. I have a closet full of clothes that fit. I take watercolor classes on Tuesdays and volunteer at the